have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Welcome to the show. It's country and western again. Amazing. It is Tuesday. You can get involved by calling 888-77 53773 888-77-JESSE JESSE Jesse. Brand new biblical question for this week. Why do you need anyone else approval? Why do you need anyone else's approval? Why do you need anyone else's approval? Why? Amazing question. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com. JesseLeePeterson.com. And if you are busy, of course, you can podcast the show. But you can listen anywhere in the whole wide world while you're doing whatever you're doing. If you're a part of the illegal aliens that are on the way here right now, trying to get here before November because you believe Trump, the great white hope, is going to win, and you don't have a chance once he wins. You can be listening to the show while you're on your way here from wherever you're coming from around the world. Anywhere around the world. Isn't that amazing? You can be listening to the show. On your iPhone, iPad. You can podcast once you get to Mexico or you're leaving Mexico or you get to San Diego. You could be listening to the show. You can podcast once you get to your free hotel in America. You can watch it. All right? By calling the listen line at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. Or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. Let me find out something for her. Is it fixed yet?
He's checking now after I tested something.
Huh?
He's probably checking now.
He just said check it now.
No, I said to James, check it now. We're having a issue with our audio podcast, so James is just checking what I just tried.
Okay. Amazing. So it is Tuesday. And And the beauty about Tuesday, one of the beauties, is that, well, country western music used to be beautiful, but because the people of color had gotten involved with it now, it's not as nice. It's still somewhat nice, a little bit with some of the, but it's all soul stuff now, and the thrill is gone.
Spookle nanny.
From country and western. But country and western Tuesday will be and will always be country and western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to
What the?
me.
Who let the dogs out? Amazing.
Amazing. Who let the dogs out? Ooh. It went out again. Okay. A reminder, it's a spiritual battle. I was thinking about country and western music. I remember in the good old days, as I reflect, down in Alabama, growing up in a plantation there, on that plantation, country and western music was the only thing we could get there for a while. And country and western was amazing music. It was the real deal. And now it's all messed up now. You got Beyonce and all these blacks trying to pretend that they're country and western singers. I guess because that's where the money is now or something going on. And it just killed. It just killed country and western music. Really. It's just not the same anymore. And it's amazing to me that, and I understand, this is happening in my country. America is gone. America is a communist, socialist society. And our government, along with others, have worked overtime to make sure it become that way. I saw a report last night, I don't know how true it is, maybe it's true, that at one time in America, there was no income taxes, I believe, income taxes. And as a result of that, America was one of the richest countries on this side of the planet. And they had a terrorist thing on that was going, a really strong terrorist thing in America. And America was one of the most wealthy, was the wealthiest country in the world. And now it's gone because they don't, they send all our goods out to other countries to do, to make, to create, and we're losing it. And Donald Trump want to bring that back. Well, speaking of my country, this is another, what I'm about to play for you is another example of South Africa, Mommy Africa. And for those who don't know, you may be tuning in for the first time, in Mommy Africa, in South Africa, white people gave up South Africa. They gave up running the country, and because of being called racist and threatened and all kind of stuff, right? By that stupid Nelson Mandela and others. And so the white people gave up finally, and they moved out into the farmland. They said to the blacks, okay, blacks, you can have it. We're going to let you have Mommy Africa, and we're going to move away. We're going to move out into the farmland, okay? And y'all can have this country, this aspect, this part of the country, and do what you want. We're not going to bother you. We're tired of fighting with you. You can have South Africa, at least that portion of it. And we're just going to go out onto our land and grow some food and maybe just build a nice little area around us and be white and leave us alone, all right? And the black people rejoiced. And so eventually the people of color took over. And when the people of color took over, South Africa became a hellhole, really, to the point that there are other blacks in South Africa who are begging the white man to come back. Come back, Mr. White Man, we need you. This wasn't happening when you were running it. Crime wasn't out of control. Rioting wasn't out of control. This was not happening. Come back, Mr. White Man. And the white man said, well, not right now. We're just going to stay out on the farmland and do our thing. And so the blacks destroyed the city, the inner city, the structure of South Africa. And then they looked around and they saw that the white man had moved away to the farmland and that the white man land looked pretty good out there, looked nice out there. Nice homes, nice stuff in their homes, and looked like they were going to move on and create another environment, a white environment for themselves. And the white man said, the black man said, no. The black said, no, this ain't going to happen. And after a while, they started to organize and go out into the farmland and rob and steal and kill and take the white man's stuff. And it has gotten so bad out there in the farmland that the whites have put up. Not only do they have bodyguards, physical bodyguard people, human beings, right? They pay bodyguards to watch over them. They put up double fence, electric fences, all kinds of things around their homes. Because the blacks are going out into the farmlands and they're breaking into the home and raping the white women and along the roadside, everywhere. It's a mess. Well, I said a long time ago that was coming to America because I saw how the blacks were getting into government and the women and others were taking over. And I said, hey, look, South Africa is coming here. You are making it happen here. They're using the same words, so-called racism and all that. And they'll make it happen in America. Nobody listened. They didn't believe me. This can't happen in America. Well, it is alive and well. And there's nothing you can do about it. Well, there is something you can do about it. But they've gotten rid of the police. They've done the same thing as they did in Africa. Gotten rid of the police, taken away the Second Amendment, and especially in the so-called blue cities. They let the criminals out of jail. In downtown Los Angeles, they have a big city jail, I guess you call it. There are some blacks protesting. They call it Central Jail, I believe. They are protesting right now to get that jail closed down and let the inmates out. Oh, they need to get out because they need to have opportunities. and they're getting free labor in jail. And watch how the white man going to let them out. Well, South Africa is happening now, is out there now. And just as they went out into the farmlands of South Africa and robbing the whites and killing them, they're doing it here. And the police show up after the crime has been committed, in most cases. And the whites are defenseless. They don't know what to do about it, because if they do something to protect themselves, they will be called racist. Well, here's another day of burglary in the LA area. KTLA 5 is reporting that police are searching for a suspect after a safe containing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of valuables was stolen from a Los Angeles home overnight. This first soundbite from KTLA 5. Watch this.
Another day in Southern California, another home break-in under cover of darkness. The victims say around 7 p.m. Friday, intruders jumped a back fence and smashed a window to gain entry to their home in Woodland Hills. The homeowners were away on vacation and helplessly watched the violation of their property unfold through security cameras. The thieves in dark clothing reportedly grabbed thousands of dollars in cash, jewelry, and other valuables. They also snatched a safe.
Every day you hear something new.
Amazing. And I want you to know that for those who don't live in LA, these areas are rich, beautiful homes, nice area, amazing areas in some cases. And these people left the LA area, the city, right? And they went out into the suburb trying to have a better life. They went out to the farmland. And because we have a weak, pathetic mayor, there's no way that woman should be mayor of LA. The police are handicapped now. They have permission to go out into the farmland of the United States of America and rob, steal, and the white people can't even go on vacation. They got to watch as it is happening. Isn't that amazing? No, there's no need in calling the police. They're not coming. Now, do you believe me when I say America is South Africa, or do you need more proof? That area you just saw is a nice area out there. It used to be. Just imagine white people agree with Black Lives Matter. Not all whites, though. Not all, but most. White people agreed, the government agreed to take away the police. To take away the police and leave the people defenseless. Just think about that. And look what's happening. The neighbors say they were also victimized 1 year earlier. Watch this from KTLA 5.
Neighbors tell us they also have been victimized. Roy does not want to share his last name, but says thugs broke into his house directly across the street just about 1 year earlier. He shares surveillance footage from that crime in which you can see dark figures running up and down stairs and darting in and out of his front door. Then they jump into a getaway car. One freeze frame from an interior camera shows the chilling, masked face of one of the intruders.
I believe it was either 5 or 6 people came into our house, and they climbed in from the back, opened the sliding door on the patio, in the balcony, and proceeded to go straight for the safe.
Are the culprits working on inside information or choosing targets at random?
Most of them, I believe, are random, but in these 2 cases, our house and the neighbors, I believe it was an inside job.
Someone who did work on the house or something?
Yeah, I believe it was our old cleaning lady. She fed people information, I'm guessing, because they knew exactly where every camera was.
Something needs to happen where we can't be scared to leave our cars out in front of our house or walk away from our house and think someone's going to steal something.
Amazing. This is South Africa, right? I have a couple of friends. I know a man and his wife who went out of town recently, and while they were away, the neighbors called and said somebody break into your house. So police called. Somebody called them. Hey, come home, come home, come home. Somebody has broken into your house. They broke over the sliding door on the back of the house. And they live in the white neighborhood. They live on the farmland. I want you to remember that you agreed to get rid of the police. You agreed with our government that that was a good thing. And I want you to pay attention in that there is no real debate about bringing back the police. They would tell you that, oh, we'll arm up, we'll put yellow jackets on mental health people, workers. We'll put yellow jackets on regular people to stand around and look around for you. But they're not going to be armed. They're not going to do anything. They're just going to look at what's happening. And you agreed to defund the police. You lied and said the police were abusive or something dumb. Mean police. You got rid of the police. And you still vote in the worst people ever to run your government. Instead of bringing back the police, the mayor of Los Angeles is trying to get free houses for the homeless. And they cut ribbons and act like they're doing something really great for you. And you agreed to get rid of the police. And now the inmates are really running the insane asylum. And those people are afraid to leave home now to even go on a vacation. And the weird thing is, they told you buy some cameras and put them in your house, and you can see what's going on. And that way, you can call the police. So you're away on vacation, the burglars break in, and you're seeing them all right, but there are no police. Some people's homes have been broken in 2 and 3 times. Now do you believe me? When I say that my country is South Africa? And the interesting thing about it, it's going to get worse. You haven't seen anything because you still vote in the wrong people. you get the kind of government you deserve. I can't, with all this mess going on, I can't imagine one person voting for Camilla Harris. Not even the white girls who love abortions. I can't even imagine them voting for her. Because what's going to happen, and it is happening, as these illegal aliens are coming in from around the world, who do you think they're raping? They're raping white girls. They don't want no black girl. They want white girls. Everybody want a white woman. Where are the white women? They're raping white women in Europe and in America. Because you agreed to get rid of the police and you vote in people that bring in invite the illegal aliens to come in. You say, oh, the police are abusive to the blacks. And to the blacks, they're using black people to destroy America. Everything wrong is due to the blacks. You're doing it to the blacks, they say. And if you don't agree with them, you're called racist and you fall for it. If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. Country and Western would not be country and Western without a good old fight, right? At least one more fight. Fox is reporting. Here's some more South Africa for you. Not only can you not leave your home to go on vacation now, you can hardly go out to dinner. I remember going out to dinner used to be so much fun. Not anymore. Taking a flight is not even fun anymore. These crazy people fighting on the plane or going crazy on the plane. But you can't even go to dinner. Fox 11 is reporting a video of a fight outside of a Beverly Hills restaurant and going viral after one of the restaurant's customers knocked out a man and part of a group seemingly harassing diners with a single punch. Watch this from Fox 11.
Down he goes, a haymaker, a sharp right to the jaw, ending an argument with just one punch, a knuckle sandwich served up outside an exclusive restaurant in Beverly Hills. Another angle from this video that's gone viral, showing the wild scene, tableside turned ringside. Only this isn't Madison Square Garden. It's right in the very heart of Beverly Hills, outside the famed Porta Via Italian restaurant.
All right, can I get your
The video shows, count them, 1, 2, 3, 3 men, all dressed in black, wearing hoods with their faces covered, and all three with their cell phones out recording the tense standoff. One of them then takes a swing at the customer, and he swings right back, bang, knocks him right down. He doesn't miss. The guy knocked cold. Social media IDing this guy as a pro-Hamas supporter. He's now down for the count. The restaurant now reacting out, confirming the incident did happen, saying in a statement that it went down last August, saying, quote, between several individuals with cameras on the sidewalk who were harassing patrons dining outside. One of the patrons became involved in a physical altercation with the group. He was not an employee nor a manager, as has been recently falsely reported.
At least that guy fighting back. A Hamas supporter. Welcome to America, huh? White people just want to live their white life, leave them alone. They want to sit outside at the restaurant and enjoy the sunlight or the nighttime with gas heater around them. And you invited Allah or Abba people into the country. 888-7753-773. Your phone calls right after this break and your super chats. Back in a moment.
Today's show is brought to you by SEVENWOOD Financial Services. For 20 years, SEVENWOOD has been a trusted partner to Americans who take action to guarantee their retirement income. Their team of licensed, independent producers will help you understand your best options for protecting your hard-earned savings. So stop living with your retirement worries. Call SEVENWOOD and let them help. Schedule your free consultation now. Call 860-470-6250.
Amazing. Welcome back. Support our sponsors, folks. Go over to SEVENWOOD and support them. I appreciate the sponsors. They are helping us to help others as well. Amazing. What's up? Let's see. The Hake report is coming up. The Hake report is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. From 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. The Hake report, the Hake report, the Hake report, la, la, la.
To this day.
Ain't no words to this song. You just hum and sing along. La, la, la. From 9 to 11 a.m., thehakereport.com. And then at 11, Joel Friday TV. He black. Joel Friday TV. And from 11 to 12, and then at 4 p.m., the Anchor Babies at 4 p.m., he's committed. No matter what. From the ocean to this mountain in all of Southern California. Even when he's sick, he wasn't feeling well yesterday, he did his show. I was surprised. I'm like, what the? The Anchor Baby at 4 p.m. Pacific time. La, la, la. The Hake report, the Hake report, the Hake report, la, la, la. He even made a T-shirt called the Hake report. Called La 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 with a white girl. Is that a white girl or a monkey?
It's a monkey. The white girl is for the mildly attractive, and I did. I got rid of the girl for the mildly attractive. I made another version with no girl.
Why you have a monkey La La La?
because he's covering his ears.
Oh,
I think the monkey emoji's cute.
I just thought he had big ears. I didn't really know that he was covering it.
He's covering his ears and singing.
I
la,
can
la,
see
la.
that now.
I can't stand this song. Or la la la. I don't want to hear your lies.
La la la. So the Anchor Baby at 4 p.m. The American Anchor Baby, right? Check it out. Amazing. I'm just kind of blown away with it. Which would you rather have now? The plantation down in Sweet Home, Alabama, or the inner cities? Which do you prefer? Slavery or the inner cities? Which is better for you? The plantation in Sweet Home, Alabama, or the inner cities? And you know what? White folks, they are going out into the farmlands and robbing you. You can't even go to a cafe in Beverly Hills. People are afraid to sit on the sidewalk at a cafe and enjoy their lunch because the burglars will come and attack and no police. Think about that. It can only get worse. You took away the police, dummies. How do you agree to take away the police and still turn around and vote for the same people who encourage you to take away the police? How is it that you can allow a radical group like Black Lives Matter, worse than the KKK, a bunch of fat black lesbians, according to them, tell you they burn your city down. They tore down your statues. And they tell you, you know what you better do now? Kiss our feet and get rid of the police. Remember there were white people kissing the blacks' feet? And one of the Hamburger people wiped a black man's foot on TV or something. A white man did that. Talking about licking boots. And they burn your city down, your country down. Chick-fil-A, huh? What now? I remember that. We played it here on the show. And they burn your city down, and they say, okay, we have destroyed the monuments and the statues and the memories and everything. Now, get rid of your police. And you say, yes, sir. Yes, sir, master, to the black man or the black woman or the black people. I see black people. La, la, la. If ever we need it, la, 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 we need it now. Josh is out of Georgia. Georgia, on my mind. Josh, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Jesse?
All is well, sir. How you?
Doing fine.
Nice.
Doing fine.
All right.
I was calling in to the biblical question.
Why do you need anyone else's approval?
I don't need it. I'd say I just sometimes
need it. What?
I'd say I sometimes just get confused into thinking that I need it.
You sometimes think that you need someone else's approval?
Yeah, I think I confuse it with just being courteous or being polite. And somehow I end up, doing stuff I don't want to do with people.
Are you able to give me an example of what you mean by you sometimes need others' approval?
Yeah, I'd say it's like something as simple as going out to a restaurant with coworkers, you know, when I didn't really want to go, but, you know, everyone's going and they
That's
want
a
me to go
good
real
example,
bad.
Josh.
Yeah, yeah.
And they really want you to go, and what?
And I never go eat out at restaurants. I always, you know, it's just not, I'm just doing it because the coworkers are there. And, and, you know, I end up just doing it. And when they do it, you wish I would have just went home. You know?
I wish I had gone home. Not went home. But if you're black, you wish you went home. If you're white, you wish you had gone home.
Really?
That is a good example.
Yeah.
And so you do it because you want someone else's approval, so you're too weak to say no.
Yeah, well, you know, you're not sure in the moment whether, you know, like you don't want to be sometimes it is good to go out, you know, and hang out with people.
Why?
Sometimes it can, I don't know. You know, you can discover something you didn't know, maybe.
Like what? How much you need someone's approval?
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to be like overly introverted.
Why not?
You know? I don't know. It seems unhealthy.
In what way?
I don't know. It just seems like, you know, it can get to a point where you're scared to do it, you know, where you're scared to go hang out with anyone because you know. So I guess it's a balance.
You say it's not good to be too, what do you call that word? What do you call it?
Too
introverted.
Introverted. Because
introverted, yeah.
You're like afraid to do what?
You know, because you know you're used to always being alone. I'm usually always alone, so it's like you can go too far in that.
In what way?
In that you know you're just always alone, and you're addicted to being alone.
And what's wrong with that?
I think you can get extreme.
I'm here with you. It could be what?
I think it could be addictive.
It could be what?
Addictive.
What do you mean by that?
I may have this, you know, I'm just always alone, and I don't ever want to be around anybody.
And what's wrong with that?
It's an extreme.
So
it could be an extreme. It could be an extreme.
In what way?
But, you know, it's like you forget how to interact with people because you're always alone, you know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And so the response to the biblical question of why do you need someone else's approval, according to you, you need it because it's hard to just say no. And you gave an example of going out to dinner with employees sometimes. You just hate to say no. Coworkers, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to say no, but you don't say no. And then when you get out to dinner, you wish you had not gone.
Sometimes I go and I was, you know what, I'm glad I went.
And do you think the coworker care that you were too weak to say I didn't want to go?
Nah, they don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about nobody.
That's right. They want what they want, and that's it.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yep. Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you responding. And so, is your life getting better now as a result of waking up?
I believe so.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, stay with it.
Yeah.
Stay with it. Stay with it.
All right. Will do, man.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. I have on a black shirt today, and I see myself with the Halloween stuff behind me. It's dark and black. I can't see me. I'm so black. You can't do anything about it. It's fine. I'm so black. I fade into the whole blackness of the.
You just have to keep your eyes wide open and smile.
That's all I see are my teeth and smile. I mean, my eyes. I look like that guy that running for VP with Kamala Harris.
Tim Walz.
Yeah, Tim Walz.
That shirt's not black. It's navy blue and dark gray.
Oh, but it just look black when I see it.
Yeah.
Do I look as black to you on screen as I look to me?
I don't know how black you look to yourself.
I look black. I forgot it was Halloween, so I needed to wear brighter shirts until Halloween is gone. But anyway, I'm here, whether you see me or not. Let me go to Jason out of Buffalo. There's one line open. Jason, welcome to the show out of Buffalo, New York.
Hey, what's up, man? How you been?
All is well, Jason.
Hey, when Trump was talking about at January 6th, when Trump said fight like hell, where were they supposed to fight like hell?
I'm sorry?
Where were they supposed to fight like hell? You remember on the January 6th? See, they're like a discrepancy that Trump didn't tell the people to go fight at the Capitol.
I don't remember. That's been so long. I don't remember exactly what did he say? And so you're saying he said fight like hell. The way, isn't it the same way he said it when he was shot? By
No. He told the people to go to the Capitol.
You remember the attempted assassination, right?
Yeah, I know that.
And he was shot, and when he got up, he was saying, fight, fight, fight. Did he mean the same thing?
Nah, I don't know. You're the Trump whisperer. So, like, when he told the people, like, to walk down, when he told the people to walk to the Capitol peacefully, and then he said, fight like hell or you will not have a country, where were them people supposed to fight like hell at? And since you the Trump whisperer,
I have no idea because that's been so long, I don't remember, Jason. It may be a good question, but I don't remember. What do you think he meant? What do you think he meant?
That he meant for the people to go to the Capitol and fight. He wish they did.
And why do you think that's what he meant?
That's what he said. How do you not?
Why do you think that's what he meant, though? He couldn't have meant anything else but that.
I mean, if he I mean, what else would he supposed to mean? What I was saying. That's why I asked you. You the Trump whisperer. So like,
and so you think
how you going to spin or distort this? But that's what he told the people to go fight like hell.
You think that's the only thing he could have meant, right? He could have meant.
I mean, what else? I don't know what else he could have meant.
Is there more than? Are there more than one way to skin a cat?
Is there more than one way to skin a cat? I'm not even gonna try to. I don't skin cat, so I don't know.
You know, you're not from Haiti?
Nah, I'm not. Like, and there you go. Like another lie, like a lie that your man said.
What lie?
An explicit lie. A lie that your people eating cats and dogs.
I asked you, were you from Haiti? I didn't say you were from Haiti.
But that's what you're referring to. All right, no, I'm not from Haiti, dude. I'm not from Haiti.
Oh, okay. And so are you voting for the Great White Hope this time around?
No, I'm not.
Do you vote?
Yeah, I vote. Why you can't answer my question?
I told you I don't remember, so I don't want to just...
All right, so you don't remember.
Right, I don't want to just make up something just to be responding. But I do know that there are more than one way to skin a cat.
What does that have to do with him explicitly saying fight like hell?
But if he said it doesn't mean that he meant that way. He's a politician.
Hold on. Okay, so if he said
Jason,
told
let me
him to
ask
fight
you.
like hell.
No, I don't want to keep repeating that with you.
How
How do you feel about America becoming South Africa in that they're running the whites out of the city area and the whites are turning it over to the blacks and they're becoming a hellhole. And now they're going out, the blacks are going out into the white neighborhoods and robbing and stealing and breaking in their homes and cars and things. How do you feel about America becoming South Africa?
All right, first of all, as far as like the breaking in the homes, if you know where somebody's safe is at, then that means that was an inside job. That means the people knew what was going on. That means that was
you heard the guy said he think maybe
I listened to that. That was some interpersonal.
He said maybe the maid. He said maybe the maid told somebody to help set it up. The housekeeper.
It could have been anybody. We do not know. We do not know the people.
The question is, how do you feel about America becoming South Africa?
All right, you can go all over the place, but America is not becoming South Africa. How, like, are the Indians coming back to take over everything? Are the Indians running things? Are the Indians out there doing everything? Then it's not about to become South Africa. That's what happened in South Africa. There were African people there, and the white people that came and colonized it. And the African people are finally getting their country back.
Jason,
go ahead.
How do you feel about America becoming South Africa?
It's not becoming South Africa. It's not doing that. America is not becoming South Africa. Just because you talk about isolated incidents don't mean that it's becoming South Africa.
That's amazing. How do you feel about no bail bond? They're letting the inmates out of jails and prisons and no bail bonds. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about no bail bond? Do you know a lot of the people that get like arrested on like petty crimes get arrested like a lot of times and stuff like that?
You're not answering my question.
Hold on. I'm setting the premise on my answer.
I know. Answer the question first and then do your premise.
Okay. Ask your question again. Ask your question. Right. So you say, hold on. You asked me. No. You asked me, how do I feel about no cash bail bonds? I say, how do I feel about it? I feel about it. Everybody that commits, everybody in them situations.
You're still not telling me how you feel about no cash bail bonds.
I'm telling you how I feel about it. I feel like that is necessary in some incidents. Everybody should not, there's some people that should be detained.
You're not answering the question. I said answer the question first. Are you okay with that? No bail bonds.
Yes, I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
And are you black? And you're black, right?
Yeah, I'm black. Can I explain why that I'm okay with it? Can I explain to you why I'm okay with it?
Why are you okay with it?
Because a lot of people get arrested on tickets and stuff like that. There's little circumstance that being charged a lot of money could really damage their life. A lot of people
what, for example?
For example, all right, say that you got a speeding ticket and you go to jail for a speeding ticket. And instead of they keeping you in jail till you go to your hearing for a speeding ticket, they let you out. that is an example of where that comes from.
But shouldn't they have bail bonds for that when they let you out to make sure you show up for your court hearing?
A lot of the people do.
Shouldn't they have to pay bail bond for that?
Should they have so you saying should they have
to pay bail bonds? And then when they go back to court, they get the money back if they show up.
Depending, but everybody don't have the money. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem.
Then don't do the crime then. Stay in jail.
Okay, all right. Have you ever did anything wrong? No, that is not right. That is not right.
Amazing. Thank you, Jason. I got to take a break. 1 more hour to go. The hate news, not the fake news. I'll be back in a moment. I highly recommend you get them. 7 guaranteed steps to spiritual, family, and financial success guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame. Scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They're using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing books, and they are helpful. Go to rebuildingtheman.com if you want an autographed copy, or call 800-411-2663.
It's a full media blitz by Commie Nonsense to try to attack the truth teller in chief, our greatest President Trump. It's a whole lot of mess going on in the world and in the mainstream media. This is the end of hour one of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Country and Western Tuesday, October 22nd, AD 2024. There is one line open. You can call in right now during Hake News, Not Fake News, to get on hold, to get on air with your Jesse Lee, with your question or comment for Jesse Lee Peterson. 1-888-775-3773. And that's free using Skype. If you are overseas, you don't have to pay long distance or whatever. Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, reports it's officially the home stretch of the 2024 presidential race, and Commie Nonsense Networks thinks they're competing against our greatest President Trump. Exactly 2 weeks till Election Day, November 5th. Did you know? Vulnerable seniors are being exploited, so they say. Deceptive tactics have misled hundreds of elderly Americans, many battling dementia or dementia or other cognitive impairments, into giving away millions of dollars into political fundraising campaigns. So says a Commie Nonsense investigation. They have revealed that the desperate pleas for donations frequently come as text messages and emails delivered at an unrelenting pace, directing these vulnerable individuals, these old folks who don't know anything, according to Commie Nonsense Network, to pages that often sign them up for monthly or even weekly donations. Money is then drained from their bank accounts without them even realizing it, because they're not paying attention. Contributions from a small sampling of 50 supposedly unwitting elderly donors alone added up to more than $6 million. $6 million? Over the last 5 years, the majority of which ended up with our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, and a long list of other Republican candidates. So found CNN, Commie Nonsense Network. No mention of the exploiting of vulnerable suckers who are dumb enough to vote for Democrats because they lie to them all the time. Commie Nonsense doesn't talk about that. And hostage talks. Secretary of State, joke of one, Antony Blinken. He's in a high-stakes trip to Israel and the Middle East as the United States seeks to move forward with long-stalled negotiations to bring back the Israeli hostages and end the war in Gaza. In the wake of the killing of the Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar, there appears to be little clarity on who will take over the militant group, making it difficult to ascertain the probability of striking a new deal. Hamas has shown no inclination to change their stances on hostages and ceasefire negotiations. Antony Blinken, expected to meet with the Prime Minister-based Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu today amid tempered expectations that he will return to Washington, having made any significant progress on the hostage talks. Instead, U.S. officials believe that the most pivotal place for him to make progress is on the grave humanitarian situation in Gaza. Speaking of humanitarian situation, hurricane aid, our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, looking out for the victims of the hurricanes, if you want to call them victims. And he's repeated what Commie Nonsense Network calls debunked claims about the federal response, or lack thereof, to Hurricane Helene during his visit to North Carolina Monday. Speaking to reporters in a hard-hit community near Asheville, Trump made the false assertion, they call it, that FEMA took money that was supposed to go to disaster relief and instead spent it on migrants who entered the country illegally, which is true, they did, or at least the DOJ did, or DHS, I'm sorry, leaving the agency with no funds to help Americans. Those are from the words of the man who's in charge himself, Mayorkas, right? I don't know. Trump claimed that the FEMA's money is all gone, which is false. But it's just an exaggeration. They didn't have enough money. That's what they said. Anyway, Commie Nonsense Network pushing their commie nonsense. I'm James Hake. Now back to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, Hour 2.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show today. It's Tuesday, and it is Country and Western Tuesday, right? You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. Jesse, Jesse. My biblical question, the biblical question for this week is a doozy. This is like, Mamma Mia, Hola, Si Senor, and Gracias. Why do you need anyone else's approval? Why? There are people who need other people's approval to live, to freely move about, and I wonder why. Why? You can listen to the show while you're working out, folks. While you land up at a beach, while you're trying to get here from all around the world. And then when you get here, you can chant death to America. You can do whatever you want. You can be listening to the show while you're doing all that, and then more, and then some. You can podcast the show too, so when you calm down, you can listen to the show that way as well. But you could be listening on your iPhone, iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live. Well, you can't call TalkStream Live right now, but one day you'll be able to call TalkStream Live. But not today. We have a black engineer. He's white and black. By calling the listen line on your phone or iPad at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash Out. It's Tuesday. It's the second hour of Tuesday. And every Tuesday is beautiful. What used to be beautiful country and Western music day. Watch this. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Hassan's dog. Amazing. Hassan's dog. 888-7753-773. Let me go to JADEN out of California. JADEN, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Hey, JADEN.
Yeah, it's got a real quick question on about so when you're talking to people and you can tell that they can't see the truth, it's not like they're arguing about it, that you could just tell they can't see it, right?
Right.
Do you even bother to tell those people the truth when they say something wrong, when they're acting wrong? Do you even bother to give them the truth?
Well, when you can see they don't want to hear the truth at all, then you don't bother at all. Leave them alone and let them live their life. Let them, because most people don't want most human beings don't want truth. They love lies. And so you should leave them alone. But if they ask for it or they seem to be interested, then that's no problem.
And if they if you tell them the truth and they argue back and forth with you on it,
Then
does
don't
that mean they're interested in it?
No,
Or
they don't
no?
want it.
Oh.
They're not interested. They don't want to hear. And you would be wrong to impose the truth upon anyone. If you notice, God never, ever, ever imposed the truth on anyone. He only helped those who want it, who are open for the truth. He doesn't impose. So don't argue with them.
Right.
Leave them alone.
And I did something you told me this past week. I remember you said don't argue with anyone for a week.
Yes.
And I went on these debate servers I usually go on, but I won't argue with people. So they'll start trying to like bait me into it to get angry, and I'll just make jokes. I'll just start cracking jokes instead of like actually arguing, right?
Right on.
And it really works. But the only problem I have is whenever I get a crowd of people and they're like not convinced, right? And I'm a Christian, I'm standing for the Christian point, and there's an atheist who joined, and he's trying to bring up these points that I can easily destroy and obliterate. But I have to like, it's so hard to hold back. I almost never hold back. I always destroy them on that point, and it just ends up in a debate. And the reason why is because I don't want, with me, I don't care if they say it's just me, but they're influencing all these people with their rhetoric. And I feel like I have to stop them. Otherwise, they're going to spread it to all these people.
And why does that bother you at all that other people are accepting it? Why you moved by that?
Because they're all going to go to hell.
And and why do you care if someone go to hell or not?
Because they're my brothers and sisters.
So do you think God is aware that someone is spreading that to everybody in the world?
Yeah.
So is he bothered about that at all, that people go to hell?
Is he bothered by people going to hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you say yes?
Because he wants everyone to go to heaven,
Why?
ideally.
But
because then they could all be with him.
If God want everyone to go to heaven, and he sees an atheist or whomever you're debating not being honest, why would he stop it from happening? Why does he allow it to happen?
Because he has to allow their free will to go to the fullest extent.
Well, no such thing as a free will, but let's say you're being honest, you're true. That's true. Why don't you do the same thing then?
Ooh, that's a good point. Why don't I let their free will go to the full extent and they could just spread lies?
Yeah.
It's because, wow, but I know what they're saying is a lie, and I can so easily debunk it.
You don't think
right
God
now.
knows that too?
But God is not going to come down and start talking to this atheist and tell everyone why he's wrong in front of him. I have to do it because God can't do it right now.
God could do that if he wanted to.
I know, but he already has this like rule where he can't show himself to people.
So you think that God wants you arguing to try to destroy other people with your point of view?
He doesn't want me to argue as in get angry. And I don't know if he wants me to debunk people, if it's easy to debunk them.
No, that's just that you want to do that. You get a thrill from doing that.
I thought that, and I did get a thrill from it in the past.
That's why
I probably still get a thrill.
It has nothing to do with God. It has nothing to do with love. It has nothing to do with being a Christian. It has everything with you to do with you getting a thrill from it.
I would agree, but there's also a part I believe where it's like, if I don't do this, I believe that if I don't stop this right here, then all of America is going to become atheist. The whole world's going to become atheist. Like, we're doomed if I don't stop this debate right here in this track.
But why would you be doomed if the whole world became atheist?
Because then all the LGBTs are going to be running around teaching our kids to be LGBT and all that.
But why would you be bothered by that?
Because they're corrupting innocent little kids.
What that has to do with you?
It doesn't, but I don't need. It doesn't need to be about me for me to care, right?
I'm sorry?
Does it need to be about me for me to care about it?
Why would you care about other people's children when other people don't care about their own children? That's why these things are happening.
Why?
Because
that's why we should care.
Why?
Because they don't care.
Why should you care?
Because those children need someone to care about them. Otherwise, they're going to go to hell. Hell is in like their mindset.
But how come it makes sense to you that you worry about others being deceived? Right? Why does that make sense to you that you should worry?
Because I want as many people to go to heaven as possible.
Why?
I got more friends, I guess, in heaven.
Jesus said, don't worry. Why do you worry when he tell you not to worry?
Huh. I guess it is an ego. I just can't stand these atheists with their bad talking points.
Well, what gives you the right to judge them?
I'm not judging them. I'm judging their argument.
When you say I can't stand it, that means you're being affected. And if you're being affected, you're judging. What gives you the right to judge them? And who is worse, the judge-er or the judge-e?
Who? I guess the judge-e would be worried.
So who is worse, the judge-er or the judge-e? Who's worse?
Oh. The judge. I guess they're equal.
No. The judger is worse than the judge-e. If you're judging, you're worse than the people or person that you're judging. You're evil. A judge in person is a murderer. And God said, don't trust a murderer.
Wait. Judging? I know anger is murder, but how is judging murder?
Because judging comes from anger. If you didn't have anger, you couldn't judge. Because you will have understanding, and understanding will prevent you from judging.
So what would you do, Jesse, if you were in these channels and there's a bunch of people there who are on the fence and an atheist joins and starts saying stupid stuff like, why does God allow bad things to happen? If these stupid arguments.
Well, I don't know what on the fence means.
All these people are undecided if they believe in God or not.
I wouldn't do nothing. I'd let them stay in their undecided position. There's nothing
you
I
wouldn't
can
say anything to the atheist?
I mean, if the atheist was talking to me, I would respond. But if he's talking to some other people, there's nothing for me to respond to. I wouldn't say anything. You sound like you believe you're responsible for others.
I what?
You sound like you think or believe that you are responsible for others.
Right. We have to care about each other, do we not?
Why?
As Christians?
We are to love one another.
Right.
He didn't say care.
So we're not supposed to care about each other.
You're supposed to love one another.
Yeah, and love means not to hate. I do agree with that. There's no... So why even bother about, like, these children are in cages? These children are, like, being preyed upon, right? These children are this. You don't care about that?
No, not at all.
You know, I'm going to be patient because I know when you say things, they usually sound bad at first and then they get better when I understand. So, but that sounded really bad. I'm not going to lie.
So if you knew that God and his son didn't care, would that sound bad?
Jesus cares about those kids who are in cages. He cares.
If he cared, why does he do something about it?
He will. That's why we have to believe.
What do you mean will? If they're suffering right now, why would he wait? All power has been given unto him. Why would he
'Cause
wait?
He can't reveal himself yet. If he reveals himself, then we're going to be held to a higher standard.
He has already revealed himself.
He can't do it obviously in front of everyone.
He has already revealed himself to those who want to see him.
Right, but if he came down and unlocked the cages, that would reveal to the people who don't want to see him.
That
And
doesn't
then
make sense, what you just said.
If he came down and unlocked all of the children's cages that they're locked in, then he would reveal himself to the people who don't want to see him.
That statement alone doesn't make sense.
What statement?
What you just made.
Which part of it?
If he came down and unlocked the cages.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, let's say a child is locked in a cage or something, right?
Right.
Like, you don't care about that. That's what you said. And you said
Why
Jesus
should I care about that?
Because it is an innocent human being.
Should I care about that?
Yes. So what?
What?
You wrote it.
Should I care about that?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because it is a little human being who needs help, and you got to help them.
Why?
Would you want them to help you if you were in a cage?
Should I care about the mothers from Mexico and other places sending their children to the United States by themselves? Should I care about that?
Yes.
Why?
I'll tell you why. The golden rule: do unto others as you have done to you. Right.
Right.
I don't want people to care about you.
I don't resent them. I don't judge them. And why should I care about the child that the mother or father sent to the United States by themselves when they didn't care about their own child?
Because if you were that child, you would want someone to care about you.
Maybe, but why should I care about the child that come?
Because
the
Jesus
parent
said to do to others what you'd have done to you.
The parent, I do. I don't judge.
And do you want people to care about you?
No. I don't care if people care about what
so
good.
If you were locked in a cage,
what good would that
done
me? What good would that do me to care about people caring about me?
Like
oh,
Jaden,
I gotta run. I gotta run.
Okay.
I'm amazing conversation though. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right, buddy. 888-775-3773. Michael is a first-time caller from Virginia. Michael, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello, Jesse.
Hey, hello, Michael.
How are you doing?
Amazing. How are you?
I'm a little under the weather. I got pneumonia, but I'm still alive.
Wow. Still alive, but I'm barely breathing. I'm getting an echo for some reason. Hold on, Michael. Don't hang up. I'm getting an echo. Don't hang up. I'm going to let Derek work on it with you. Andrew is out of Minnesota. Andrew, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse, the Great Black Hope.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, I got a question. So
Okay.
I know you said we need more white babies.
Yes.
But if you're not in a fallen state, you say it's kind of hard to get married and make babies because making babies is part of the fallen state.
Right. Absolutely.
So how are we going to make more white babies if we're not in a fallen state?
That's why you mate them while you're in the fallen state, because in the fallen state you're like an animal, and in that animal nature, that's when you make the babies. And then once you make all the babies that you want, you stop making babies, and you overcome the animal nature.
Yeah. What if I don't really? What if I feel like I don't really? I'm kind of indifferent about making babies right now, so like I don't need to make a baby. I mean, is that?
Well, no one needs to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I just don't know how we're gonna make more white babies if people are coming out of a fallen state. You know, wouldn't the world population go down?
They could make them while they're in the fallen state.
Yeah, but I'm saying if more and more people are waking up and coming out of a fallen state, wouldn't the world population go down?
But more and more people are not. Most people are never going to wake up. Only a few.
You think most people aren't going to wake up?
Right.
Why is that?
Because they don't want the truth. They love the misery. They love hell. And they're not going to wake up. Most people are not going to wake up. It has always been that way, and it will always be that way. So don't worry about the white babies. They're not going to.
Okay.
They're not going to wake up. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay. Yes, sir. One other question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if you have to go, that's okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I've been talking with this girl long distance, and she said she wanted to kind of step back because she needs to work on her faith life. And I told her, I was like, you can't really work on yourself. And she's trying to be better and trying to get closer to God. She's like, I need to work on my she's like, I need to get closer to God. My faith is really bad right now. I said, well, you can't really work on it. It's not something you can work on. But so then I kind of stopped talking with her, but then she'll keep calling me. And I'm like, why? I thought you said you wanted to take a break. And so then I don't know what to do, because it's like clearly she wants to still talk to me, but yet her ego is telling her I need to work on my faith or whatever. I don't know.
So do you want to keep talking to her?
Yeah, I don't mind talking with her. It's just not, I'm kind
so
of
what
like,
do you mean you don't know what to do?
Well, I just don't know what's best for her, I guess. Like, should I tell her stop talking to me?
But why are you concerned about what's best for her? Why don't you just deal with you and let her deal with her own world in the way that she wants to?
Well, what about leading her?
You know,
being a
what about
being
what?
a leader? What about being like a leader and guiding her because she's a woman?
That's not your job.
Well, I thought you said that's the job. The man's job is to like bring the woman out of her hell.
No, well, your job is to return to the Father, and the truth will work on you to help others. It's not you doing that.
Oh, okay. So they just see it in my life then because I'm close to the Father?
If you're close to the Father, it's just about you, not anyone else.
Okay. So
Men cannot just lead women. Men need to be led by what is right, and then what is right is what's working through them.
Okay. So when you
and women don't need men to lead them. They need what's right. They need to return to the Father, and the Father will work through them as well.
Okay.
So they don't need men.
Yeah. Okay. So when you say like you got to bring the woman out of her hell, like what does that look like? I guess
instead of to love her with all your heart, soul, and might, without expecting anything from her.
Right. Yeah. And I don't. So.
But don't even think of yourself as a leader. Don't think of yourself as you're a man leading a woman, because all those are just ideas and they don't work.
Yeah.
That's why you're not sure what to do with this woman now, because you haven't.
I'm trying to use my imagination.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That makes sense, man. I swear, Jess, everything you say just blows my mind.
Didn't I blow your mind this time? Didn't I? Well, you said.
I swear, you'll say something, and then like I'll think about it for like 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, whoa, whoa, like just randomly, I'm just like, whoa.
Well, that's because you want the truth. You're open for the truth to come in, and so the Father is working with you. And as long as you stay with it, just stay with it, no matter what. Stay with it. You're going to get more and more truth. It will take over you, and eventually it'll take over you completely.
Yeah.
Take you over completely.
There's a lot of garbage still in there. It's got to come out for sure.
Yeah. And just notice it. Do nothing about it. Be aware of it, and it will be taken away from you, and the truth will replace it with a clear mind.
So just by becoming aware of it, it disappears?
100%.
Is that kind of like?
All you need to do is be aware, be present, be conscious. That's all you need to do, and that's the hardest thing in the world for human beings to do, is to be conscious. Because if they stayed aware, if they became aware, they're gonna have to give up a life, and they think that false life is them, and they don't want to let it go. They don't. They want like, who will I be if I don't have my misery? Who will I be if I don't have this? If I'm not that? If I don't have my own mind, who will I be? They say.
Yeah.
They would be like, I would be a robot if I stopped thinking. They think they'll be a robot.
Well, no, you say that, and that's something that came to me the other day. I was like, man, I'm becoming more and more aware of my anger, because that's something I struggle with a lot since I was a little kid. And I'm just like, where is this coming from, you know? And I just see it all over the place, and I'm like, man, there's so much garbage still in there, you know, like maybe I look polished on the outside, but there's still a lot of garbage in there.
Absolutely.
And I see all this stuff coming out, and I'm just like, where is this coming from? And then this little feeling comes up inside me, like, oh, you know, you're gonna just be sitting on a log somewhere meditating because you're so still, like you ain't gonna have some life or whatever. And I'm just like, if I feel like there's so much in my life that's just so unnecessary, it's like, well, if I was more still and more observant about all this garbage coming out of me, I wouldn't need all this other stuff. You know?
Absolutely, man. All you need to be.
It seems like there's so much overconsumption in the world, especially in America, and I feel like it's because people are just like they're so, you know, like when I just like notice all this stuff, and I'm just like, man, if I was more observant, I wouldn't have time to be consuming all this stuff, material stuff, and everything. You know.
As a matter of fact, you would not even have a desire to do that. It would be taken away from you, and you would live a simple life.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Stay with it. I got to run, but stay with it, Andrew. Amazing.
Yes, sir.
And don't worry about that girl. Let that girl play her own game, but you just don't play it with her. If she calls, you want to talk, you talk. If you don't want to talk, don't talk. You got to be in control of your own world, and however she's tripping, you let her trip.
All right. Dude, you're amazing, bro.
Amazing.
Amazing.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right. Amazing. Super chat. Super. There's one line open now. 888-7753-773.
Over on Twitch, CLC asks yesterday, does believing Jesus is God send us to hell / keep us in hell?
I wouldn't take that risk if I were you. Because the Son said no one can get through the Father unless they go through the Son. He didn't say no one can get to the Daddy unless they go through the Daddy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't take that risk, but it's up to you. Thank you.
Jake Husden says hello on Twitch.
Hello.
Nice.
Can you hear me? Thank you very much.
Jay Nev over on kick.com/JC.
KICK.
That's right.
Kick.
Referring to yesterday's caller, tell her to change her battery in her smoke detectors. What the heck? She's going insane listening to the smoke detectors beeping, needing a new battery.
I didn't think he even heard it.
I know. She didn't know it, Jasmine. She didn't know what you were referring to.
Yeah.
She's like, can you hear me fine?
Right. She didn't hear it. What a mess. Thank you.
3 coffees from Ariadne J. Dangerous to give a woman so much power. She'll hate you for your weakness if you allow her.
That's
amazing.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let me take a quick break. When I come back to your calls and the super chat. Thank you all. Quick break. Back in a moment. I recommend you get a copy of my book, From Rage to Responsibility. I write about how the spirit of anger was taken away from me 29 years ago. I forgave my mother who tried to turn me away from my father, and I returned to my father, and through him, my father on earth, and through him, I was able to return to God. No man or woman can return to God unless you go through the Son. And men are sons of God. They may be weak, pathetic examples of it, but it's the spiritual order of life. God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. So get from race to responsibility. I write about that. Go to my website, rebuildingtheman.com for an autographed copy, or call 800-411-BOND. And donate to my nonprofit, Bond, the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny. We are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So listen up. Thanksgiving is coming. Christmas is near. New Year's is near. You need to start, and a lot of you have started to do it already, but you need to order your books and shirts and things now, coffee mugs and things, your Christmas gifts, so you can get them on time. All right, don't be yelling at me. Oh, I ordered, but I didn't get it until after Christmas. I'm starting to sign books so much my fingers are sore. So get your order in. I'll sign them and send them to wherever you want me to. My books are amazing. The first one, From Rage to Responsibility. I was real young when I wrote it. I didn't know I was young when I was young. I had hair. From Rage to Responsibility. And then Scam, How the Black Leadership Exploits Black America. And then the 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. A little pocket guide, only 7 steps. If you do them, they work. If you don't do them, they won't work. It's a real easy 7-step guide. And then to bring it home, the antidote, healing America from the poison of hate, blame, and victimhood. There is no reason for you to be a victim. There is no reason to blame. There's no reason. You're only a victim because you want to be it. You got to read the antidote. And I will sign them. So go to rebuildingtheman.com/store. Rebuildingtheman.com/store. Get your orders in. And that way we can get them out and you'll have them by the holiday or birthday or whatever the day might be, all right? Go to rebuildingtheman.com/store. And then I do shout outs. Birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, encouragement, weddings, divorce, abortions, not abortion, whatever the shout out is. Happy abortion. Go to Cameo, CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. CAMEO.com. CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee. I'll read a note from my producer. Amazing. Derek said, if you're black, I suggest the antidote. Oh, my producer said, and he black. If you're black, he suggests the antidote. It was eye-opening for him before he came to work here. It was eye-opening. The antidote, healing America from the poison of hate, blame, and victimhood. So go to rebuildingtheman.com/store or call 800-411-BOND. 800-411-2663. And don't forget to make donations tomorrow. My nonprofit, tax deductible. It's the holiday. It's time for giving. All right? Thank you in advance. Let's finish up with those super chats, Hake.
Super chat.
La, la, la.
Tony bought a coffee. Western dreams in prairies green. My colt is by my side. And days and nights as I ride, mind so clear. In God's good grace, my heart, it does not fear. AII Western dreams.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Someone bought a coffee. I noticed I get sexual thoughts when looking at attractive women. Is that a form of judgment?
That's a form of definite, yes. Looking for a thrill. Absolutely.
No Mo Thoughts bought a coffee. Jesse, I forgave both my parents over a year ago, but my mother has a tendency to irritate me. Just the other day, I went to do some car stuff at their place. I have a storage room there. She comes out asking me some dumb things and giving me advice. At first, I didn't answer at all, but she kept on, and I definitely was angry, and I replied, "Do you not see me working on something? Do you think I don't know what I'm doing here?" Is it that she comes there to anger me on purpose, or what?
Well, mothers love to control their children. Adult children. You're not even children. I'm used to the word children, but adult, you're no longer hers, right? But when you feel that anger, don't call it you. Just notice that you're angry, that the anger is there, but just notice it, do nothing about it, and tell her to back off. Just say, hey, go back in the house, but don't be angry. Speak up, and then that way you won't be angry. Just say, hey, go back in the house, mother. I don't need you out here. I don't need your advice. I didn't ask. Be straight up and tell her how the cow ate the cabbage, but stay away from the anger. All right? Don't call the anger you. It's not you. Amazing. Thank you.
He was asking if he should say, "There comes Satan to stick me with a pitchfork again. Go away."
Yep, you can say that. What you want, Satan? Absolutely. And say it so she can hear it. Really, but just don't be angry. Amazing. Thank you.
Charles bought a coffee. Hey, Jesse, I am an engineer in Georgia. And Georgia just eliminated half.
Georgia, oh my.
They eliminated half the test for your professional engineering license. My guess is the reason for this is to give blacks a chance to pass it. What's wrong with the blacks?
It's DEI. They feel like victims. It's unfortunate, too, because everything in our country now is becoming no good. Nothing works. Service is bad because they're giving it to the blacks simply because they're black and it's not because they're earning it. We even have a black female on the U.S. Supreme Court only because she's black, not because she earned it. And there's a black female call herself running for president only because she's black. Well, we don't know what color she is, for sure. But she looked black, and that's the only reason. Our country's falling apart. This is South Africa. I'm trying to tell you, but you're right. Thank you.
Mike bought a coffee. Jesse, you once said that without whites, black people would turn America into a ghetto in 10 years. After Hurricane Katrina, you revised that time frame to 3 days. I'm curious, with all this mess going on right now with the blacks, what your new time frame would be.
2 days.
Dang.
Or maybe 1 day. 2 days. What did Black Lives Matter do? How long did it take Black Lives Matter to destroy America?
-5 seconds. Retro Memento bought a coffee. Thank you, Mike Zook. Retro Memento bought a coffee. Forced to watch nasty and evil Farrakhan Fani Willis's political ads because I am frighteningly...
Is it working, Bill?
Stranded in the... It's sort of working.
Okay. We're talking about the listen line. My engineer is working on the listen line right now. I'm sorry?
The listen line at the moment is working fine.
But you said sort of.
Because the system's not recording that. I mean, that system's not recording all. The rest of it is fine.
Okay. So it's working, but it's not working.
Right.
Okay. That sounds like DEI.
Nice.
But go ahead.
Retro Memento bought a coffee. Forced to watch evil and nasty Farrakhan Fani Willis's political ads because I'm frighteningly stranded in the S hole. Boone.
You cursed.
No. BLM.
You cursed. I'm going to tell Mary.
No, I said S.
Well, you said something else.
Area of South Sharpton City, a.k.a. South Fulton City, Georgia. South Africa is here.
I'm telling you.
Jesse, my country is gone.
Yeah.
Single tear emoji.
Me too. Well, is she running for something?
I guess so. Fani
What?
Willis. Fani Willis. Running. I misspelled running. Will she survive her primary challenge in Georgia? That was from May. I don't know. Apparently she's still trying to get in.
So she's running for something.
Yeah.
Amazing.
County District Attorney.
Lord.
I guess.
I wish you well down in Georgia. Georgia used to be beautiful. When I was growing up, Georgia was amazing. I thought I was going to live in Georgia. But I moved to California, fell in love with California. I didn't go back to Georgia. Or to Georgia. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Retro Memento.
Yeah.
Eli, 9,000. A Rumble rant.
Thank you.
Ghettos are the only sundown towns in America. Everyone always says don't go there after dark or you'll get robbed or murdered. Wonder why sundown towns don't want black people around.
But now ghettos are in the suburb, and you don't go to the suburb, you might get robbed by a black. What
Indeed.
the? Amazing.
Over on
Thank you.
Cash App, Daniel says, when y'all gonna get all shows archive on Punchy? Question mark.
Joel, that's Joel's fault. Is Joel's in charge of that?
Punchy.tv? No.
Oh.
Well, maybe we could put him in charge of it.
Well, he's just in charge of Punchy TV.
Yeah, he's in charge of Punchy TV
But not
channels.
Punchy.tv.
Right.
The network itself.
Yeah.
The anchor baby.
That's a long-term possible goal.
Right
Correct.
on. Okay, long-term possible goal.
Thank you for the request.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
we don't have an answer as to when. Thank you, Daniel.
As a matter of fact, you just reminded me, like, everybody's so busy here, it's mind-blowing to me. I'm looking for a front office lady. A lady that knows accounting. You got to know accounting, too. All right? So I need a full-time front office person.
Nice.
Because right now, the producer of the Father State is running the front office, too, and he's busy with both. So I need a front office, and I prefer a lady. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady. She's a lady. And the lady is mine. And I hope you don't mind working around a bunch of guys. They talk nasty sometimes. So a front office lady, send your resume to bond@bondinfo.org. Bond@bondinfo.org, all right? If you're interested in a full-time job, ladies, front office, you got to know accounting. Thank you. Or call 800-411-BOND. Okay.
Terry bought a coffee. Answer to the biblical question.
Why do you need anyone else's approval?
I don't need anyone else's approval. If they don't like what I'm doing, they can stay mad. Big grin emoji.
Nice. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you.
Odin's Eye on X in response to you talking about the biblical question. Why do you need anyone else's approval and going out when you really don't want to?
Yeah. Oh, Josh from Georgia.
Well,
he called about that.
Well, Odin's Eye does go out when he really doesn't want to, or she. And it's important to have connections to friends and family.
Why?
And it's important not to listen to what your ego wants. And when you really don't want it to, isn't it just laziness and listening to the little devil on your shoulder?
Not necessarily. You just don't want to. But thank you for responding. I'll put my 2 cents on Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you, Odin's Eye.
Yeah.
Stan 69 with a diamond. Where's JLP's mule with the tools and sacks of gold?
We'll have it next week for you. It's here, but he can only carry so much on the horse.
He has his rifle, a shovel.
Yeah. So, amazing. Thank you.
Clint Beastwood bought 5 coffees. Ghettos. Oh, I already read that one. Thank you, Clint Beastwood.
Thank you.
Justin Childers bought a coffee. This world is getting so crazy, Jesse. I'm wanting to pack up and move to your background.
That's right.
The Halloween background made by the Anchor Baby.
There is no justice in society. None. Zero. Amazing. Thank you.
Mike Young bought a coffee. Hey, Jesse, no offense to Jason from Buffalo, New York, but does any time he laughs, he sounds like a ghetto Woody Woodpecker?
Amazing. Thank you.
Cesar, 14 coffees. Thank you for the awesome church service this past Sunday.
It was amazing. Check it out. rebuildingtheman.com/fellowship. /church. All are invited to our church on Sundays, or you can watch it live on the line at rebuildingtheman.com/church. Thank you.
Captain America, I just want to take a moment to say thank you for everything you do. Your guidance, love, and dedication has made a real difference in my life, and I appreciate the wisdom you share with all of us. You're a blessing to us all, and I'm grateful for the impact you've made. Thanks, JLP and staff.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. And thanks for your help. You're supporting us to do these things. Thank you.
Rudy G, 3 coffees. Hey, Jesse, just discovered your channel. Been binge watching your videos. Binge watching. Amazing insight and understanding of the nature of women. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you.
And thank you, guys. I do believe that let me just make sure, is all... Did I actually read this one about South Africa?
No.
Let me read this.
It doesn't sound like
not South Africa. Ghettos are the only sundown towns.
Yeah,
I said that one.
Yeah, you read that.
And thank you, guys. That's all for now.
Amazing. You probably need some more la's on your shirt.
Indeed.
Amazing. Thank you all. Let me go quickly back to Michael and see if he's ready. First time call out of Virginia. Hey, Michael.
How you doing?
That's much better. Go ahead. That's clear now.
Yeah, so my question for you is, why is everything in this country snowballing? I just feel like it's not just one problem. It's everything. Because the relationships aren't working, the economy's not working. People are like one paycheck away from completely going rock bottom. We get birth rates down, obviously. It's just there's so many problems. It's overwhelming, and like I got pneumonia, so I've been bedridden for 2 weeks, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and I'm seeing all these problems, and it really worries me. And what are we going to do?
Well, number one,
I just don't know where to start.
Well, number one, this is hell on earth. Human nature is wicked, it's evil, and in human nature there is no love, right? So this is what hell looked like, and human beings destroying one another, for the lack of a better word. But don't you worry, if you work on you to overcome your evil, then you'll be fine in the midst of all that's going on around you. You would not be affected at all. But you got to overcome the world by overcoming your heart of anger and then the imagination. And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But you are experiencing hell on earth right now. This is what hell looked like. Human beings sucking the life out of one another. There's no love.
Yeah. Yeah, I was, and that's what I was saying. I'm like, is this hell right now? Like, I was saying it to myself in bed last night. I'm like, this is bad.
Are you working on yourself?
I'm trying. I mean, it's not really a good excuse. I have to work on myself, but I don't like using that word try. I feel like you just have to do it.
And why you're not working on yourself?
I think I worry too much.
But the fact that you worrying is the indication that you're not working on yourself. You're not supposed to worry. It's unnatural to worry. It's not a natural state of being. Anyone who worries is lost.
Yeah. thank you. That kind of gives me a better understanding about myself. Sometimes I do feel like I'm lost. What's my purpose?
Right. So, have you heard me say you got to overcome the anger?
Yeah, and I'm not an angry person. I mean, I've been angry before, but I don't think it's ever. I mean, I know some angry people, but I don't have rage.
But you have worry. If you have worry, you have rage. You can't have one without the other. Have you forgiven your mother?
Maybe I should do that.
Have you forgiven your mother?
No.
And why
honestly. Not? Because I'm too worried about myself, I guess.
And who is the self that you're worried about?
Come again?
Who is the self that you're worried about?
I think I'm worried that...
I mean, like, who is Michael?
Yeah, see, this is why I called, because I need to really figure things out, because I feel like I can't even contribute to society. You know, like, I want to do something.
Who is Michael?
Me.
And who are you? Who are you?
I'm a man.
Is that it?
Oh, I mean, if you want to get more into detail, I'm kind of introverted. I fire dance on my time off if I'm not working.
So you're telling me what you do. You're telling me what you do, but you're not telling me who you are.
Okay. Yeah. I need to figure that out. That's why I guess I am lost.
You are. Is it good to know that you're lost? Because most people don't even know that they're lost. But for you to know that you're lost, you shall be found. And have you forgiven your father for not protecting you from your mother when you were growing up?
No.
And why not?
I mean, he tried his best. He knew. That's why he ended that.
And how will you overcome worry? How will you overcome all your fears if you don't forgive?
I guess I can't.
So why don't you forgive your mother and your father?
I will. I'll do it today. That's a good start.
Yeah. Just hey, mother, I'm sorry for resenting you. I realize now you couldn't help yourself. Her mother did it to her. And what she did to you, she had nothing else to give. That's all she had. She had no love.
I kind of see that too.
And so don't ask them to forgive you. You forgive them for what they've done, and God will forgive you, all right?
Okay.
I wish you well in your health, man. I hope you get well soon.
Thank you so much for talking with me. Hopefully I get to talk to you again, or I'll call up some other time. I love your show. I've been watching it for a few years.
Yeah, call me.
Figured I'd give you a call this time.
Call me again.
Thank you, Mr. Peterson.
All right, buddy. I got to take a break. 1 more hour to go. Hate news, not the fake news. Back in a moment. Counsel with men and women, families, and individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy. They're miserable. They have rough lives. They're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingaman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven.
Some serious mess going on in the world. This is the end of hour 2 already of Country and Western Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024 AD. There is one line open. You can call in right now during Hake News, not fake news. And JLP will be right back for the last hour of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. After the JLP Show, thehakereport.com, that's my show, live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific Time. That's 11 to 1 Central, 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Joel Friday TV, very nice. Did you catch the Punchy TV episode? That happened yesterday. It premiered yesterday. That was pretty fun. With Bill. Nice. With Bill co-hosting along with us. And then American Anchor Baby at 4 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 6 Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. Fall allergies. Call Me Nonsense Network CNN says allergy season is starting earlier and lasting longer, which scientists attribute to a variety of causes, including the climate crisis. Whoa. As temperatures stay warmer into the fall, plants that release allergens have more time to grow. What's more, higher levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere due to what they call fossil fuels and emissions further drive plant growth, generating more pollen. More plants, more pollen. Not good. The common culprit for fall allergies, maybe you should cut down on sugar. Doesn't sugar mess up your allergies more? Could be wrong. Anyway, they don't mention that. The most common culprit for fall allergies is a plant called ragweed. The CDC, Scared Woman-led unchristian CDC, says, which can release 1 billion grains of pollen per plant. Pollen exposure can trigger various allergic reactions, including symptoms of hay fever, also known as allergic rhinitis, rhinitis. These symptoms vary seasonally or year-round, affecting up to 60 million people annually in the United States, according to the CDC. People didn't used to have allergies, but now they have them like crazy. Or maybe they have always had them, but I don't know. It seems more out of control today than ever. And waffle recall. Watch out for those waffles. Dozens of frozen waffle products, including waffles sold under Walmart and Target store labels, been voluntarily recalled due to potential listeria contamination. First, it's the boar's head deli meat. Now it's the waffles and other stuff too, other meats too. The products made in Treehouse Foods were distributed throughout the United States and Canada. No illness is reported in connection with the recalled waffles. However, the companies urged consumers to check their freezers and discard the contaminated products, potentially contaminated, or return them to the store where the product was purchased from for credit. For credit? Who wants credit? We want cash. This recall follows a recent string of listeria outbreaks, including a late July recall issued for more than 7.2 million pounds of boar's head deli meats. The ready-to-eat meat and poultry items producer Bruce Pack also recently recalled 11.7 million pounds of products due to possible listeria contamination. It's a spreading disease all over the country. What a mess. Do we blame DEI for that too? How about it? What a mess. And 2,000 unionized mental health workers in Southern California went on strike, meaning they don't care about the mentally ill, they care about themselves, against Kaiser Permanente on Monday after the two sides failed to reach a new labor agreement, or lack of labor, right? The workers, so-called, they're not workers, they're strikers, are seeking an increase in salaries, restoration, whatever that is, restoration of pensions, and increased staffing. They're always complaining we're understaffed and underpaid. What a mess. You know who was also a mess? Liz Cheney, former representative. If you're at all concerned, you can vote your conscience and not ever have to say a word to anybody. She's urging Republicans who may not typically vote Democrat to vote your conscience. What a sick woman, huh? Her conscience is Satan. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 3.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show already. You can get involved by calling 888-7753, 773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, why do you need anyone else's approval? Why do you need anyone else's approval? You can listen to the show on your iPhone or iPad. If you're like busy right now, you can't sit and watch it live. You can listen live by going to the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk. Or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday. It's the third hour of Tuesday. And every Tuesday is the one and the only Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Woof. Amazing. Amazing. A spiritual battle like I've never seen before. Do you think that, and I want y'all to listen up and pay attention. Not that you're not paying attention, but I want you to literally pay attention. And I want to know, do you think that Heinz should have taken down this ad? Do you think that they should have pulled the ad? Really? And I really, really, really want to know, do you think that they should have taken this ad down?
Derek gave me this.
Do you believe, one moment. Do you believe the ad is racist? First of all, there's no such thing as racism, right? But let's say you believe racism exists. Do you believe that this ad is racist? And should Heinz, just because a few lost people complained about it, Heinz took it down? This is from Drum. And Nick, take it, Nick.
What do you think about this, Jesse? See any problems with this?
So this is the Heinz ad, ketchup. It's about ketchup. And they have a black woman. Mm-hmm. They have a white man, a white woman, a black woman, a white man, and a black woman.
In fact, they're depicting the man and woman getting married here, the black woman and the white man. They're getting married here and enjoying some Heinz pasta sauce. People are saying this is racist, and Heinz is getting some backlash over it.
And why they call this racist?
In this article, because it's supposed to be depicting an absent black father. In this case, this image was offensive because it lacked a black father.
So they're saying that, according to the report, they're saying that this ad is racist because they don't have a black father at the table, and And they have a white man there that look like a father, and a white son, it look like a son, and a white wife, but they got a black mother, but no. And that's because black men and women don't get married. What the?
And here's Heinz trying their absolute best, showing a marriage between a black woman and a white man. So they're definitely trying here, but still they're getting in trouble.
What do you mean by a marriage between a black woman and a white man?
This ad shows, you see the woman eating pasta?
Uh-huh.
That's the bride. You see the young man next to her? That's her groom.
Oh, is it?
And that the two parents on the other side are the parents of the white man, and the black lady is the mother of the bride.
So
and I'm getting this all from the article that.
Oh, that's in the article?
Correct.
Oh, so that man is about to marry that black woman?
Correct.
What the?
And here's Heinz doing their best.
Yeah. Well, that's because black men don't marry white women. I mean, black women. What the? And also, they took the ad down. Now these people they can't earn money.
Correct.
They can't earn their money because they're taking the ad down, right? They put these people out of work.
Alongside another ad. So, if anything, the most offensive part of this is that Heinz came out with a pasta sauce.
Oh, I thought you were about to say, if anything, the most offensive thing is the black woman marrying a white man.
I should have gone there. That's funnier. I'm in culinary with it. But Heinz's pasta sauce is probably good. What am I talking about? I haven't even tried it. Look at this one. It's Halloween. It's all scary.
No.
So it says, it has to be Heinz. Were you going to comment on the first one?
No, fine.
This one got taken down too.
This scared me. I didn't know what to think about it when I first saw it. At first, I thought it was a transgender thing. And I thought the guy was trying to be unlifted, but it was ketchup. Derek told me, no, that's Heinz ketchup.
It's just a little Heinz ketchup.
And the guy's eating a hamburger or something with ketchup on it.
Yes, correct. But it's also real scary, I guess.
There's nothing wrong with the picture, though.
You don't think so?
And the people complained and they told Heinz took it down.
You don't think it's kind of evoking, isn't it reminding you and evoking scenes of like minstrel shows like this, Jesse? Have some come on.
No, those are white lips.
Wait, I need a colored picture.
The other lips are red.
That's a bad example.
Ain't nothing wrong with red lips.
What about this one? Wait, you remember that? You know what?
It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that swing.
Okay, now this will prove it.
Bob.
How about that?
No, what's wrong with that?
It's racist.
How?
No, I'm trying to play devil's advocate.
So what?
I don't see racist.
So, but this had nothing to do with Heinz, right?
Well, that is the image it's evoking. People are saying that that's why this is racist.
They're saying that they see that when they see this?
Correct. That's in the article as well. That
their minds are messed up. What?
That it evokes like minstrel shows from back in the racist days.
But those shows used to be fun.
Exactly. I mean, I'd never seen one.
I remember those shows.
I believe it.
Those shows were fun, and when black people knew how to act in movies. Really, they were. It wasn't DEI. They were earning it.
I bet you everybody loved them.
They loved that. And the blacks used to gather around the TVs to watch those movies. And now they're gone. They put the people out of work. So do you think Heinz should have taken those ads down? I say no. Heinz is better for taking them down. Shame on you, Heinz. Just because a few lost people complain, now those people are going to lose their work. Their livelihood. Just because a few people complain. What a sad way to live. Amazing, Nick. Thank you.
No problem. Both ads been pulled by the drum. Just reading this here.
Yeah, the drum said they pulled it, right?
Mm-hmm.
According to the drums, they pulled it. Do you think they should have done that? 888-7753-773. Let me go to Ashley out of Texas. Ashley, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Ashley?
Yes, sir.
You're on the air.
Yes, sir. How are you this morning?
All is well. Thanks for asking.
Good. So I had called in last week. I think I've called in a couple of times to talk to you, kind of get your advice. But the thing that I'm needing your advice with now kind of balances between last week's spiritual question or biblical question and this week's biblical question.
Okay.
So I don't want to call names because I don't like to stereotype any sort of group of any people.
Right.
I've currently been going to a church that I'm not familiar with. I wasn't raised in this particular religion.
What religion is it?
I knew you were going to ask. More between Pentecostalism and Apostolic belief.
What kind of religion is that?
From what I am experiencing and what I've noticed is it tends to have a lot of rules and regulations. They call it truth. Like they have the whole truth. But what I've noticed is it's a lot of what you wear, especially for the women, what you wear, how you wear your hair. You're not to have a television. You're not to smoke. You're not to... it's a lot of don'ts. A lot of don'ts.
And so why do you go?
Well, my husband was raised in it. And so... And I was raised Baptist, but in my early 20s and in my 30s, I kind of ventured on my own and would go to a non-denominational church, or there was one church I went to called the Faith and Deliverance Center.
So does your husband make you go?
Not make me, no.
Does he tell you does he invite you to go?
I think we're both looking for a church to be in fellowship with.
Does your husband invite you to go?
He does, yes.
But
yes.
you don't have to go, right?
I don't feel like I have to do anything.
So why do you go then?
Okay. Well, to hear the word preached, there's a scripture that talks about to not forsake the gathering.
But you don't like that gathering. You don't like the gathering. The Bible doesn't tell you have to go to a church just because you need to hear the word. There are other churches you can go to if you want to go to church.
Do you think church is necessary for us to grow as believers?
No.
Okay.
It's
it boils
there's
down
nothing
to
wrong. There's nothing wrong with amazing fellowship if the people are growing in the right way and you help one another. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm still not understanding why don't you just stop going?
Well, we have stopped going.
And so
my question for you, and I work on myself every day. I try diligently to be aware of my own self. So I feel a sense of condemnation or judgment from these people. And so I, in turn, don't want to be a part of that. Is that me judging these people based off of how they treat me? Or is this me being aware of myself and saying this is not good for me?
That you judging the judgment that you feel is coming from you is not coming from them. It's inside of you. You're judging, the fault you're judging, but you're judging and you're saying that others are judging you, because if you didn't have the judgment inside of you, you can't feel what someone else is feeling or thinking. Your problems are inside of you, not in those folks. They have
Yeah.
they may have their problem, but your problem is inside of you. It's not out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Do you think, because I wasn't raised in this, do you think I'm coming at it with, like, they're judging me because I have a TV, they're judging me because whatever?
No, you're
Like, is that-
judging them because you love judging.
And where does that come from?
Your imagination and your heart. You have to overcome anger, the spirit of anger, so that God can cause you to overcome the spirit of the imagination. It's all happening in you, and you're blaming them for what you feel. They have nothing to do with the way you feel, period. It's all inside of you.
How do I handle that, Jesse?
You handle it by keeping an eye on your own imagination. Stay present, and the Father will save you. He's trying to save you from it. But your eyes are on others rather than staying present and seeing what's going on with you, and then He will take it away. And you got to stop blaming others for the way you feel. That's inside of you. It has nothing to do with no one else. Everything you feel is coming from you. It's on the inside, not the outside. But you're listening to the devil, and he's telling you, oh, it's the church. It's the people at the church. It's how they dress. It's how they act. It's this. But it's all in you. You're worshiping the devil.
That's not what I want to do.
So
That's not who I want to be.
So it's not you at all. You think it's you because you have identified with it. It's not you at all. That's what you must die from. The ego must die. And if you want life, in order to receive a life, you got to give up a life. You got to give up the ego. And the only way that's going to happen, you got to keep your eyes on you and nobody else. Leave people alone. Let them live the way they want to live. Let them do what they want to do. That's their life and not yours. You live your life, leave other people alone.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. I called.
Are you doing the silent prayer every morning, every night?
Yes, sir. Every morning, every night.
Okay, well, just practice staying present. Meaning don't be lost in your head. Don't think about the future. Don't think about the past. Don't get into worry. Be jealous and angry at no one. Don't call yourself angry. Just work on you and you'll be fine. But I promise you, I really promise you this. All of your complaints are inside of you. They're not outside. They have nothing to do with anyone else. Now, there will be other people out there who because they're miserable, they're trying to hurt you because they're evil. But no one can hurt you if you keep your eyes on you.
If I keep my eyes on me.
Yes.
Right. If I stay focused on me.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jesse. I may call you back because you have valuable wisdom that I need to utilize in my life.
Well, stay with it, and you're going to find the wisdom is in you as well. And the fact that you are working on yourself a little bit, the light is guiding you. You'll be fine. Just stay with it, and the little light will become brighter and brighter and brighter, and you will have a clearer and clearer and clearer mind. You will be free, but you got to stay with it.
Yes, sir. Can I ask one more thing? You had said that you don't believe we have to go to church to have a relationship with God.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I think I know my answer.
What's the answer?
Myself would rather just avoid this. I would just rather avoid being around other people so I can focus on myself.
When you start to focus on yourself and you stay with self, you're going to be able to focus whether you're around others or not. You got to go out and you got to function in life, right? You got to go to work. You got to go to the grocery store. You got to get in and out of your car. You got to be around people, but even around people, you keep your eyes on you. You're going to be fine in dealing with other people when you have to.
I understand. Yeah. Yeah. It's a me problem.
Yeah, it's
So
totally
I'll
you.
work on me.
All right.
So I'll work on me and then I'll go around the folks.
Right on.
Thanks, Jesse. Thank you so much for everything.
You're welcome. Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with her. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
Bye. 888-775-3773. Joseph is out of Florida. Joseph, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Jesse. How are you, sir?
All is well.
So if it's okay, I'm just going to take a second and kind of explain the situation and then ask my question to you and just
all right.
Just get your advice. Okay. So I got a counseling session with you a few months back about reconnecting with my father. Long story short, my father was an alcoholic when I was a child who beat my mother a few times, and he went to jail. And when I was 5, he gave up custody of me. And so I grew up without my dad and everything. And so I've always had to kind of man up and raise myself, right? And so I'm 38 now. And I recently reached out to him and found him and got his phone number, and we started talking every Sunday. And, Jesse, I really worked on forgiving him and trying to understand, but there was a conversation that I had with him where I asked him, did you ever try to find me? Did you ever look for me? And he told me that, that he didn't know where to start. And man, it just filled me with a rage. And I was just like, why don't you start with loving your son enough that you'll move heaven and earth to find him? And I don't understand why you didn't look for me. And it just ignited this, he didn't really have an answer. He didn't really he couldn't really explain it. And I asked him, why'd you hit my mom? He couldn't explain it. And I mean, dude, I flipped out. I went into a rage. I called him every mean and nasty thing on the planet. And he's told me that he doesn't want any more contact with me. And so, Jesse, I know I have to forgive and let go and drop all thought. But it's my dad, man. And I just wanted to connect with my father. I just don't. I'm trying so hard to do that, man. And I'm going to try to forgive and let him go. But I just wanted to hear your advice on it and just see what you had to say.
Well, number one, you have not forgiven him. If you have forgiven him, you will understand why whatever happened in his life, why it happened, that it wasn't him, and that the same evil spirit that's driving you is driving him. And you will have that understanding. You wouldn't be feeling that way this way today. But you have not forgiven him. He told you, I didn't know where to look. That's enough. He beat your mama.
How is that enough, though, Jesse?
Because
he could have looked for his son.
Because you have forgiven him, you understand. That was then. This is now. You don't need to be looked for by him. You need to love him by not resenting him.
But I also need him to love me. And if he never looked for his son and he never cared, I mean, how can I not be angry and hurt by that?
And why do you need him to love you?
Because that's my father, man. He's supposed to love me.
And why? Who said he's supposed to love you?
No one said it, but I don't think any reasonable person on this planet would say, "Nah, your dad's not supposed to love you. You're on your own, man."
Why don't you? Why don't you love him? You don't love him. So how can you expect him to love you and you don't even love him? You don't know what love is. Why don't you love him?
Because he never looked for me and he never put in the effort to find me.
And that's why you don't love him?
That's why I don't love him, yes.
And does God love you?
Yes.
Why should God love you?
There is no should. He loves me because he's perfect. It's him. It has nothing to do with me.
And so why don't you love your father in the same way?
Because I feel like he didn't love me in the same way.
And so
I'm mad.
And so do you love God?
Yeah, I love God.
How can you love God and hate your father?
Because God was great to me and always been there for me, and he's never been there for me. That's why.
You don't love God if you don't love the Father. If you don't love the Son, you can't love the Father. And your earthly father is a son of God. And how can you get to God without going through the Son? So you don't love your God because you don't love your Father. You're being very selfish. It's all about you instead of you showing him love by not resenting him. It doesn't mean you got to hang out with him and all that, but you got to show your father love so you can have love, be love.
I think you're wrong, man. Like, I don't see how I'm being selfish. Like, what did I do wrong? Like, ask him why he didn't search for his son.
No,
I'm not the
you
one.
did wrong
I'm
by
not the
becoming
one who
angry
abandoned my son, sir.
You became wrong by being angry at him instead of forgiving him.
But how am I supposed to forgive somebody who just abandons their kid, never looks for him, and just like, well, I just didn't know like what to do, Dad. Like, what do I do with that?
By realizing that he couldn't help himself. Just like you can't help yourself, the same spirits, the spirits that are driving you in your imagination and emotions are the same ones that are driving him as well. It's no different.
Well, and that's why, like I said, when I asked this question, like I know I have to forgive him, Jesse, and I know I have to, like, all right, you don't want in contact with me? You know what? Cool. You want to just beat my mother and just abandon me? You know what? Great.
Are you mad at him about beating your mama too?
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Because he beat my mother, dude.
But it's not you. You're not your mother. That's between he and your mother. It had nothing to do with you.
Jesse, I respect you and I respect your message, sir. And I think you're right about a lot of things. But I think if somebody put hands on your mother, you might feel a little bit differently about it. Sir.
Oh no, I wouldn't feel anything. I seen my mother get beat. I didn't feel nothing. That between she and my father. It had nothing to do with me.
You didn't resent your dad at all for doing that?
I resented my father because my father wasn't there for me. He let me be with them instead of being with him. But I didn't resent him because he and my mother were fighting. That between them, it had nothing to do with me. And you don't know what your mother did to make your father beat her. Fathers just don't wake up and beat mothers for no reason. They bring it on.
I understand that, and my mother had issues with other men too. And I know that she wasn't 100% innocent, and I could totally see her antagonizing the situation and bringing it on. You have a fair point there. Okay.
Yeah. So did you forgive your mother?
I have forgiven my mother.
Well, why don't you forgive your father then? It's the same spirit. And I promise you, if you should forgive your father, you will have perfect love, and love will not be necessary from anybody else because you will have perfect love, and you will show your father and the world love. You will have compassion.
Jesse, how can I have compassion for somebody who's never loved his own son or done anything for him?
Can you hold for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Hold on, buddy. 888-7753-773. Back in a moment. Treasure chances are now open on D-Line. My bad. So I asked the question, are you better than a child molester? I've discovered over the 30 years of counseling, the one thing that's missing And I think because it's not taught in the homes or talked about, we don't have examples of it, right? Is love. Our theme this year is to bring back Christianity, to love God with all our heart, soul, and might, our neighbor as ourselves, and to endure. And there, when you're in a fallen state, people will judge the molester but think they're better than the molester. And I ask, well, why do you think you're better? When I realized it doesn't matter what you think about yourself or how much you have or don't have or how you accomplish things in life or don't. If you have no love, you have nothing.
Beta, lesbians, JLP all day, country music Tuesday. Call him up, betas, and you'll be fine. Gonna go to have a good time, 'cause every Tuesday it's country music with JLP.
That's Scott, right? Amazing, Scott. Long time ago, too. Thank you, Scott. The Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour. The Hake Report.com. From 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then at 11 a.m. Joel Friday. At 11 a.m., I'm just typing a note. 11 a.m. Joel Friday TV. You don't want to miss it. And at 4 p.m., the American Anchor Baby. At 4 p.m. All right? Get on that straight and narrow, folks. You don't have to suffer anymore. You can be free. You can be free. Let me go quickly back to Joseph. Joseph, you were saying that how can you love your father? Why should you love your father if he didn't love you and he abandoned you?
Yeah, so I think your point, sir, was that you're trying to tell me that I need to forgive him and love him. And I think the issue with me is that he never looked for me and he never really tried to put in that effort. And I feel like he should have. And I feel like that he doesn't love me, right? Because if he did, he would have looked or tried. And so that's where that anger comes from, because I feel like, why should I love the person that didn't love me? And I know that's hypocritical because God loves me and I'm a screwed up person. And, you know, I've done good and I've done bad, Jesse, and God loves me anyways. And I know I have to get to that point with him.
So let me ask. So you think you're hurting because your father didn't love you or look for you?
Yes. In some ways, yes.
I promise you, you're not hurting at all because he didn't love you or look for you. You're only hurting because you have no love. You have no love, and all your hurt is inside of you. And if you were to forgive, you will hurt no more. It's just that you are separated from God, and you're of your father, the devil. That's why you're hurting. You're in your imagination. You're in your emotions. And all of your hell is inside of you, and it has nothing to do with whether your father loved you or not, or abandoned you or not. You don't have love, and that's why you're suffering. It had nothing to do with him, period.
So I'm just supposed to love this guy, even though he doesn't do anything for his son, doesn't try to right any wrong, doesn't. How am I supposed to do that?
And what type of right? What type of wrong can he right?
I don't know. Like maybe if he would have looked for me, or if he would have, found me first, or if he would travel to Florida, visit me, or give me an explanation as to why.
Do you still need to be looked for?
I don't need to be looked for, but...
So then why are you holding on to that then?
because I feel like my father is supposed to love me and supposed to be there for me, and he's not.
How old are you?
I'm 38, sir.
You still need him to be there for you?
Don't you want your dad in your life, Jeff?
My father is in my life. But I'm not concerned if he loved me or not. I love him. And life is about a return to the Father. It's not about whether your earthly father or mother love you now or not. They can help it. They could, just like you can't help yourself but be judgmental or have no love, your father and mother can help themselves either. And if you understand yourself, it will cause you to understand them and you will forgive them. Then you will be free. You wouldn't need anything from them or anyone else.
So, okay, well, let me ask you this then. So, do you, this is going to sound hypocritical, but like, can you forgive somebody and kind of be mad at them at the same time? Like,
no, you can only serve one God. You can't serve Satan and God.
Well, I guess, like, I just don't, like, okay, let me ask you this, okay? Like, you know, you disagree with different political parties and stuff like that. That doesn't mean that, like, you hate those people, but you may say, hey, those people are dumb, they're not doing the right thing, blah, blah, blah. So you don't necessarily have a great relationship with them. Like, I don't think I can have a relationship with my dad because of who he is. But I do think I can work on myself to get to that point, like you say, to forgive him and just love him anyway.
No, it's not that you can't have a relationship with your father because of who he is. You can't have a relationship with your father because you hate him.
That's true.
You're just like your mother. That's why he beat your mother, because your mother treated him the way you're treating him. And because he had no love, he had anger.
No, that's not true, Jesse.
Yes, it is. You're treating your father in the same way your mother treated him.
Jesse, I respect you, sir.
She showed him no love.
You didn't see that.
She showed him no love. Your
Jesse,
mother
didn't see the situation. How do you know what happened if you weren't there?
Because I know your mother had no love and your father had no love. And when two people get together, have no love, they fight.
That's true, and they do fight a lot. But at the same time, like, when you slap my mom around and you abandon me and stuff like that, it can't just be all my mother's fault. Like, some of it's on him. He went to jail for this stuff. And he could have put in an effort to find his son, and he never did. And I'm just supposed to just...
Joseph, let me just say this to you. You have a decision to make. You can stay in your misery, or you can forgive and be free. It's up to you. It has nothing to do with your father. It had nothing to do with him looking for you or not looking for you. It has nothing to do with your father and mother fighting. It has nothing to do with your father. It's just that you have an unforgiving heart and you're living in hell. It had nothing to do with anyone else at this point but you. God said, when you forgive others, he will forgive you and make you free. You're not free because you won't forgive. And Satan is giving you all these lame excuses to keep you in hell so that you won't forgive. It's up to you, man. You forgive, you show your father love and your mother by not hating them, by not being angry.
I get that. But what holds me back from that point is, I have to admit it that on some point, my dad's a dirtbag. That's what he is. People can say I'm judgmental or whatever.
You say your father what? You say
a dirtbag.
Your father's a dirtbag?
I'm trying to be polite on your...
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yes,
but I'm going to have to run, but I'm telling you, your judgment of your father is horrible because it's hurting you. God is not judging your father at all, because just like you can't help yourself, something else is driving you. God knows it's not whatever happened, it wasn't your father. It was something else driving him. another person, spirits in charge of your father, just like they're in charge of you right now. You're not in the driver's seat. You're being driven.
And I do see that. I am being, and that's why I flipped out on him. I do see that. And, you know, and that the silent prayer does work, that I'm able to see that. So your advice is just forgive him despite all this bull crap?
Just as God has forgiven you despite all of your bull crap. You're not been an angel.
No, I haven't.
And God has forgiven you.
That's true.
Forgive your father.
I'll do that.
Let me know how it goes.
I will. Thank you, Jesse, for your time.
You're welcome. 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go to LARVELL. Is it LARVELL? LARVELL.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Excuse me, LARVELL. First
Yes,
time
I'm here.
caller from Michigan. You're on the air.
Hey, see, I was calling because it's a situation I had seen on YouTube. It was brought to my attention. It was brought to everybody's attention by this guy. His name is Jason Whitlock. He has a show called Fearless, and he was talking about the situation at San Jose State. And it's a situation at San Jose State about a guy whose name is Blake, but he changed his name to Blair, and he's a transgender playing volleyball for San Jose State. And someone on the team had went to the commissioner of the mountain, I think it's the mountain conference, and told them that, you know, there's a transgender on our team. And the commissioner, I guess,
he playing with the girl. He playing on the girls team.
Yeah. He's playing on San Jose State volleyball team.
Okay.
And one of the teammates went to the commissioner of the mountain conference and told him, and the commissioner, I guess, didn't do anything about it. And it's been like 8 teams that have canceled forfeited games against San Jose State. Montana, Utah, Cal. It's been a whole bunch of other teams who just forfeited, and no one's talking about this. You know, no, not it's like it's not on no public headlines. It's not on X. Not on Facebook.
So how do you feel about that? That they how do you feel about the transgender playing on the girls' team?
I think it's wrong.
And why?
I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong because it's not ethical. It's not natural, and it sends a bad example. It sends a bad example of that.
So why you think that? So you think it's bad for those reasons?
Yeah, yes, I do think it's bad for those reasons. I think it's bad for those reasons because it's not even. I mean, it's not even. Men are supposed to play against men, and women are supposed to play against women.
So, do you think that women should play on men's team sports?
No.
So, are you as upset about women playing on men's sport as you are about men playing on women's sport?
Yes, I will. Yes, I would. If I seen a woman playing quarterback for a male team, like that's not right. That's not cool. If we seen a male woman playing baseball with men, that's not how it's supposed to be.
There's a woman that's playing in the race car thing. She's a race car driver along with the men. Should she be allowed to be a part of that?
Wow, I didn't know that. I mean, like that's a little. I don't know because it's different because you know Islam women probably can drive better than me,
but not better than
like
a
that's
man.
Not, I don't know. I don't know, Jesse, but that's a tight question. I'm glad you asked that. I never knew about it, and I never, you know, but I don't see this being physical. Like you know, like
there are
like,
women who are taking those karate classes and whatever. What do you call those classes? MMA classes with men. Should they be allowed to take those classes with men?
No, they shouldn't spar against a man. No, they shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
They should be doing it with women.
And have you noticed that there is no outcry against women playing in men's sport?
You're right, it's not. It's not. Because you know what, I just thought about it. Even in high school, they have, female kickers. They have female kickers kicking the field goals.
Yeah.
And no one's never complained about that. Actually, that's celebrated because everybody goes to the football field to see her kick the football.
Yeah. They don't care about women destroying anything that's manly. And so this fight about men playing or transgender men playing on women's sport, it's no big deal because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If it's wrong for men to play in women's sport, it should be extremely wrong for women to play in men's sport. But they're destroying men clubs, anything that's manly, they're getting rid of it, and they make up excuses. Oh, you're discriminating. You're this. But if it's wrong all the way around. They're acting out. They don't care.
Wow, you know what, Jesse? That's why I'm glad I tune into you, man. Because every time I tune into you, it's like you give me another light bulb that's in my brain. It's like you help turn that light on. Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome.
I never realized that. I never seen that. Thank you, man. I never looked at it like that.
You're welcome. And just stay present. And you're going to see what's going on inside of you. And you'll see the whole world as it is, and you won't be moved by it at all. You'll be in the world, but not of it. Really, I promise you that. But you got to keep eyes on you because human nature is wicked, and there's no mercy or grace in human nature at all. So don't play the game with the women. They'll try to destroy anything that's manly. They don't really care.
You know what, Jesse? One of my friends was very upset. He called me and said, there's women out here in the cigar. 'Cause it's a cigar lounge in our area. The guys go play pool and play darts and stuff. And he said, man, there's women in here. And he was like, I thought this was a hideout for men to go and chill. And he's like, man, there's women in here. They just throw the whole atmosphere off.
Yes.
And now that you're saying what you're saying, yes, I understand now, Jesse. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome. Thanks for your call.
Oh, wait.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. Super chat. Super.
Over on DLive.tv/Jesse Lee Peterson, Aries 1 gave a diamond with no message.
Thank you. Amazing.
Shout out to the top contributors on DLive: Aries 1, Stan 69, Games for Rec, Wolf 336, and the rest of the supporters. Thank you guys for the lemons, ice cream, and diamonds. Much appreciated.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
The Key bought a coffee. Grand Rising, JLP and experts. Have you ever watched the series Them? It's a whole lot to unwrap. The themes reflect many lessons you teach. Nice.
A movie called Them?
I guess.
It sounds like I've heard of a movie called Them.
Yeah.
But okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the tip.
Yeah.
Someone bought a coffee. Hey, man. If the future doesn't exist, why should we invest in gold corns?
You should invest for the now. Amazing.
Nice.
And tomorrow will take care of itself. Amazing. Thank you.
Kid Combo 1.0 bought a diamond. If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever know me. Who?
If you don't know me by now, you will never, ever, ever, ever know me. Ooh. Amazing. Thank you.
And Aries 1 with a diamond. You are not in the driver's seat. You are being driven. Deep.
Every human being is being driven, and they think they're in the driver's seat. What the? That's why you're having so many accidents. You're not driving. You've been driven. Amazing. Thank you.
Shout out to Xenia, Pastor Chatelet, and Urinal Chills for the monthly support over on the Rumble crew.
Shout out to all on the Rumble crew.
And thank you guys. I do believe that is all for now.
Amazing. Thank you. Nice. Let me go quickly back to the busy phone. Let me go to Sarah out of Arizona. Sarah, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Sarah.
How are you?
All is well.
Oh. Okay, so you know how you think people are like strange that they believe Jesus is God and like they fell for that lie? Like 300 million people believe that because he told them that. You know how you think that's odd that people believe that?
Well, I don't think it's strange or odd. I just know that they only believe it because someone else told them that.
Right. So that's how I feel about you and James Hake and thinking the Earth is a spinning ball flying at 1,000 miles an hour out into outer space. Stop ever.
So you believe that the Earth is flat or round?
I think the word round, it could be round and flat, like a dinner plate round.
So you
doesn't have to be a ball. So that's the part that's the lie.
Oh, you think the Earth is round and flat?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
Antarctica is around our land.
Huh?
And I think there's something beyond Antarctica and that we don't know about, that they're hiding from us.
So does this look round and flat to you, what I'm showing you?
I can't see when I'm on the phone with you.
And there's a delay too, Jesse.
Oh.
Yeah, but I saw that before. I saw that before. Yeah, that is more likely it's that than a ball, like a globe.
Like the one behind you, the
because
globe.
Hi, James.
Hi.
Hi. This will be because you know how last I told you guys how the
Does this
North
look flat or
Star
round?
wasn't moving?
We can't see you.
There's mountains, valleys, so it's not necessarily flat, but it's not a ball flying out in outer space going nowhere around the sun.
I have a ball in my hand.
Oh, I don't know what you have in your hand.
It's the globe. It's this inflatable globe.
Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
The one that Sean smashed.
That's a lie.
So you don't think the Earth is round
James,
like
I got
this?
one for you. I'm going to stump you.
Nice.
Where did you get the proof that the Earth is round and flat? Where did you get that from?
I just know we're not moving. That's my main thing. And we're not a ball flying around in outer space.
Are you sure you're not moving?
I'm 100% sure. I'm moving right now because I'm driving, but I'm not. The Earth, my ground is not moving. And, okay, so if the North Star is for direction, for sailors and for everyone, the North Star never moves. You guys all told me that last time arguing with me that the North Star never moves, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but okay, if you're China on the other side of the ball, hanging upside down from us, how is it North Star for you? If it's for everywhere, the North Star. It has to be in one spot because Australia doesn't have north if it's on a ball.
Let me do this. I want you to call me back tomorrow when I have more time to deal with this. I want to get to one other quick call before he's been waiting for a while. Call me back on this tomorrow. Can you do that, Sarah?
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Let me go to Ari out of Canada. Ari, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, what's going on?
All is well.
Question. I usually, I tune into you sometimes at 6 in the morning, and sometimes I don't. But I saw, I guess, you call it like a short or one of those things on YouTube where you were giving advice about if a man is in court or going to court for a child, he just needs to give up the baby to the mom.
Yes.
How, and I know there's probably not much time to even get into it, but just a quick question. How can we rebuild the family by rebuilding the man if the man can't hold his own and fight the court?
Well, you're not supposed to go to court to fight for that. You should give up and let God fight that for you, and then you just work on you, and you will win the battle. Because the court, there's no mercy in the courts, and they are set up against the father. You should not waste your time nor your money, because
I know that
the woman that's doing it, the woman that's doing this is an evil woman, and she's already destroyed your child anyway.
But I mean, it's not impossible for the man to win either. I mean, yeah, it's gonna at first. It's like, don't get me wrong. I believe your message is right, but the advice about giving up the child to the mom, who in the end can end up messing up the child or putting the child's life, let's say, at risk. Right? Let's say worst scenario, putting the child's life at risk. Wouldn't it be up to the father, the protector, to I guarantee you, the first piece of paper is going to be a restricting order saying all the lies. This is where all the lies are going to begin, right?
Ari, are you able to call me back on this tomorrow? I will try to get to you too to deal with this.
Yeah, I feel like there's not enough time either.
Right.
I do respect you for answering those still.
All right, buddy. Call me tomorrow.
All right, man.
Bye.
Bye.
I am so out of time, folks. Excuse me, I was trying to get as many calls in as possible, but the lines are full. I'll be back tomorrow if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. The Hake Report is coming up now. TheHakeReport.com from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then Joel Friday TV. He back at 11. And then the American Anchor Baby. The American Anchor Baby at 4. You don't want to miss either one, all right? Get on that straight and narrow, folks. Your heart needs to turn to love. And you're never going to be loved until you can love. You got to forgive. Love is just simply meaning don't hate. All right? And do the silent prayer, rebuildingtheman.com/prayer, and stay present. Practice, stand present, and you will see, really, there are no words to express. Thanks for your support, your financial support. Get your order in for your Christmas gifts, the books, and the church, and all that. Have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. La, la, la. Take care. I read or heard that some Republicans are starting to pull their advertisements from Google or whomever, right? Because so many conservatives are being shut down, discriminated against, shadow banned, and all that kind of stuff. So conservatives are starting to fight back. It is happening to us too. I'm just taking it one day at a time. But you can go to JLPtalk.com and find all the ways to support us. You can check out rebuildingtheman.com and support our nonprofit organization. You can call 800-411-BOND, 800-411-2663. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share, and Sunny. And also, we have thefallenstate.tv. Ring the bell. Anytime you have situations happening in your life, always be still. Don't overreact. Most of the people that I know, they say, oh, I know Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm an observer. And as soon as something don't go their way, they get mad. I'm like, what the? If you overreact, folks, remember to do that. Don't overreact. And when you get mad, it's your problem. It ain't your wife's problem, your husband's problem, your neighbor, your friend, your preacher, your teacher. It's your problem. Why you think you tick? It didn't go your way or the way you think it should go. Don't have a way you think it should go. Let life just happen. Thoughts make you think that life should go the way you want it to go. And if it doesn't, if someone don't do or say or act the way you think they should act, you hate them. And then you blame them for being mad. It's the darndest thing I ever seen. But it's amazing to see it. So relax.